station here in brilliant Blackpool! Well, it's indeed a pleasure to welcome you all here today. Ladies and gentlemen, today has been a momentous day here for Blackpool. 1 hour ago, the Virgin train Pendolino lifted passengers going from Blackpool to the City of London! Hooray! What a wonderful day it's going to be. So ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a warm welcome from Virgin Trains, your compere MC for the day, Mr. Michael Stewart! Come, Michael. Cheers,
Thank you very much. Thank you, Barry. Bit of a build-up. So good afternoon everybody and welcome to Blackpool North Station on this glorious day. We planned the sun especially for this. Not only is it glorious, it's a very significant day today as we welcome our electric fleet into Blackpool for the first time. We've been proud to serve Blackpool for the last 3 years, and today we'll be unveiling a newly named Pendolino as part of welcoming the electric fleet here, and we're looking forward to welcoming these trains for the first time. We've been proud to serve here for the last 3 years with our Voyager trains, but this is part of the next chapter, and bringing the electric fleet here is a huge step forward, and it will provide lots more opportunities for people to make some journeys to this fantastic resort. We're sure our investment in delivering in the fleet here will be welcomed by Blackpool and welcomed by the people of London, who are now able to come directly to Blackpool. What this will enable is 36 additional services a week directly into Blackpool. That's around about 17,000 additional seats, and most importantly, it brings the direct journey down to 3 hours from the capital to Blackpool, which is a fantastic achievement. This obviously couldn't have been delivered without your support, and without Network Rail support here today as well, as part of the work of the Great North Rail project, if I get that right. As part of that work to extend the platforms here and electrify the line between Preston and Blackpool, so we thank Network Rail very much for that. I'd now like to introduce you to Councillor Campbell, Deputy Leader of Blackpool Council, to say a few words.
Hi, I'm delighted to be here for the launch of the new Virgin Train electric Pendolino services into Blackpool. This is a truly historic day for the resort in that it represents the culmination of the biggest investment in our rail services for a century. As the most popular seaside destination in the UK, rail travel is a vital part of the overall tourism offer. The additional direct services to London, Birmingham and other towns and cities gives visitors the perfect opportunity to jump on a train and sample for themselves the joys of our beaches, attractions and world-class events. We have waited a long time to see the electrification of the Preston to Blackpool line, and it has been well worth it to witness the sight of the first Pendolinos rolling into Blackpool North Station. We look forward to working with Virgin Trains to help make these new services a huge success, and we look forward to even more services being added in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Campbell. I'd now like to welcome Martin Gurr of Blackpool Heritage to the stage to say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. Are you all here to see me today? That's marvellous. Thank you for bringing the sunshine. Indulge me a moment and imagine a very excited child on a train, nose pressed against the window, eyes wide, just looking for that first glimpse of Blackpool Tower. But of course, in those days, that was 46 years ago, that was me. I'm now nearly 51 and never imagined that I would be here speaking to you now, which I'm delighted to do. What was that delay at Preston? Oh, that's right, the electric loco used to come off the front and they put a diesel on and we would chug the last few miles. It's interesting now commuting Blackpool to Preston because there's still that buzz as soon as you get a glimpse of the tower. People absolutely love Blackpool. There's always everyone, you know, there's something special here for everybody. I'm particularly honoured. I have two jobs. It's a story of twos from me today. I am delighted and very privileged to drive these Pendolinos in service. My day job is as a driver at Preston Depot, so I go to London, Scotland, not yet to Blackpool North, but maybe in the future. My other job is as a volunteer, and I'm delighted and so honoured to be the General Manager for Heritage Operations with Blackpool Transport Services. I head a group of nearly 60 volunteers who keep the old trams running, driving and conducting them every weekend, every bank holiday and during the illuminations. That is a delight for me to be able to do that. So, as I say, 2 jobs. It's all in twos today. This name that's behind the curtains here that no one's seen, you didn't see it when the train came in, you haven't seen it before, so act surprised when we do the business at the end. There was a train called this in the past, but it wasn't the normal regular service train, it was actually an excursion train which ran from the 30s, and it used to run from Cole and Accrington, and it would bring people to the resort on a Saturday night for the dancing. And in fact the ticket that you bought on board the train was a return ticket which included entrance to the Winter Gardens or the Tower. So you could come by train, this famous name train, you would go and have a lovely night dancing to the Wurlitzer organ, back onto the train and away you'd go. The Amorous Express on the way home, I believe it was, on a Saturday evening. So that's the first one. As I say, it's a game of twos today. We had an illuminated tram in the late 50s that was reminiscent and built to look like a big Mississippi paddle steamer, and it was named this as well. Ran for about 20 years in the resort, unfortunately no longer exists, but it was very famous, a beautiful site which supported the Blackpool illuminations. So there we are. It now gives me the greatest of pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to name this Pendolino Blackpool Belle.